Welcome everyone. My name is Mike Jungbluth. I will be the professor for the next 8 weeks for this leadership and law enforcement program. For those that are new to one of my courses, welcome. This is just a brief introductory video just to give you some tips on how to be successful in this class. And for those that have had my class before, you know what I'll be saying, but please use this as a refresher. Okay, let's talk briefly about discussion posts. I like to keep these videos relatively short. So because we had a limited class size, I believe there's only 3 or 4 students in this class, I really rely on you to be on top of your game for discussion posts. First and foremost, you get your initial post to the discussion prompt in by Wednesday at midnight. And then what I'm looking for, because we have a smaller class, is that you really try to respond, your initial response back to your peers to be done on Thursday or Friday. And then subsequent follow-up posts could be done on Saturday or Sunday. Please try to avoid the late response, all responsive posts till late on Sunday. It doesn't give your peers an opportunity to respond and react back to you. In fact, many of your classmates will probably be moving on to the next week's work. So, at minimum, try to get your posts in early on Sunday or early afternoon as we progress through this class. But again, your initial post on Wednesday, your initial post to your peers on Thursday or Friday, and then any other kind of subsequent posts on Saturday or Sunday. So please be on top of your game with that. Next, for our assignments, just make sure that you follow the directions and you use APA. Clearly, you will need to become very familiar with APA if you're not already. What I have done is for the first 4 weeks of this course is to put together some different announcements that'll pop up. I believe one or two have already popped up regarding reference pages and how to successfully do a reference page, and also some very common types of citations that you should be seeing in references. So please take a look at those. Use those as a guide for when you're posting. Now, I know sometimes when you do your discussion posts that the formatting for references just doesn't work out really well. Okay, that's fine. I understand that. But when you're in your Word document or whatever type of word processing program you use, you should have proper formatting on your reference page. And then finally, regarding those assignments, please look at the scoring rubric. It is a great guide on how you can get the most or the maximum amount of points on every assignment. I've had so many students that do the minimum or what you would say C work for assignment because they just don't look closely at the rubric. So please take a look at that rubric and it'll give you some great guidelines on how to maximize your points on these assignments. And finally, as we're going through here, this is an academic environment. So when we're doing our discussion posts or our other interactions, I'm really looking at you to act in an academic and scholarly fashion. So please don't utilize posts that you would typically do for texting or blogging or Facebook or Twitter types of responses. They're just not an acceptable way in this academic environment, especially in the discussion post area. So do your best to use citations to back up what your insights are. It's always great when you're able to do that. So I'm going to be watching closely over the next couple weeks. If our discussion posts are lagging a little bit, then I'm going to be getting more involved in posting some more questions or responses. I've had some very good small classes that have done extremely great jobs in discussion posts where I haven't had to get involved all that much because they're thinking critically, they're asking a lot of questions of their peers or fellow classmates, and they're bringing up some really great related topics to issues that we're going to be dealing with leadership and law enforcement. So again, if you got any questions or concerns, you know how to get a hold of me. You have my phone number, you also have my email, and I'm very responsive to those things. So again, look forward to the next 8 weeks. Thank you.